Okay, here we go. Number 3 of the summer drinks. This is Grapefruit Energy High. This is a real good one. Okay, I had to figure out that name because this is like a really high energy. So, Grapefruit Energy High. We're going to use a high energy grapefruit, and this is the red ruby. I like that. And we try to get small ones. I think we have a small one here. You can see these are more heirloom. Grapefruits aren't huge. We try to get small fruits, small zucchini, small things. You don't want watermelons this big because those are hybridized. And if they're seedless, they're GMO. Oh, they may be organic. But then again, small is better if you can. This is some of our peaches. Look, that's a real peach. Right? That's heirloom. I had to buy these especially. They have a little fuzzy top on them. And smell. Okay, here's cameraman smell. Okay. Now, ridiculous, okay? Pheromones. Now, he's shaking yes, so we're just trying to use summer fruits. Here we go. Grapefruit. Energy high. Now, we're gonna, instead of using coconut oil this time, because remember, we need 10 pounds of fat at least to regenerate our liver in a couple of months. And you need a lot more to regenerate skin, tissues, collagen, and just to get lubricated. Without the oils, fat-free is ridiculous. Now, trans fatty acid fat-free, that's not ridiculous, but you don't stop putting fats in your body. Fat is the primary source of energy. Your body is 9 calories per gram with fat. Protein is 4 calories per gram. Alcohol is 7, and carbohydrates are 4. So the highest value per caloric intake is fat. So put the fats in when you can, and variety of fats. That's why I like sometimes when you're in transition, there's a lot of good fats in this raw whole milk, and also the butter, and also raw cheese. I wouldn't have anything unless it's raw though. So let's look for our hemp seeds. Here we go. We're going to put in these hemp seeds. These are primo hemp seeds, and they're full of fat, but the good fat. Here we go. I put in about 2 tablespoons, you can see. So beautiful. And you know how much work it takes to be able to crack each one of those little seeds open? I put in 1, 2. And you put this up, what does it make it? Creamy. Really creamy. Now, you can put chia in here, but if you do the chia, you notice how last time we had our drink, I drank it right away, so you don't even notice the chia. Now, if I let that drink and I put it in the refrigerator, you let that drink sit for about 20 minutes, it turns into porridge. But if you drink it right away, you can use the same technique as you do on any type of other smoothie, but let it sit for 20 or 30 minutes, it turns into a nice big bowl of porridge. Banana. Okay, we're gonna do this quick now. Cinnamon, bing. I use cinnamon on a lot of things because it really blends. You don't have to use a lot. You're not really trying to get the cinnamon flavor. Cinnamon helps blend. Nutmeg, also very a blending oriented. You don't use a lot. I like them in these acid fruit drinks, the nutmegs. You really don't taste it, but it really gives it a super blend. I put bee pollen and blue-green in everything. And of course, mucuna. It all goes in at the same time. So we're going to take, same thing, about a teaspoon. Remember, this is high energy. Here we go. We're putting in the highest of high, right there. Now, blue-green. And we're going to add a little more blue-green in a second, too, of our marinated blue-green. And we're going to do the same. We're going to put about 1, 2. You put between 3 or 4 of these big ones like this. Let's just put 3 in for right now. And next on the list, this time instead of using chlorella, because we want to switch around. Remember, chlorella is more on my side of the fence, I would see, is more of a detoxifier. It has nutrition too, but it has a lot of polysaccharide walls. You got to really crush chlorella, get it. So the polysaccharides, why the goji berries are good, and certain other types of foods, because they have polysaccharides. And polysaccharides to me feed the glands. This is a real good nutritional supplement instead of more of a detoxificational supplement, the chlorella. So the spirulina, look at that as more nutritional. And same thing, these are reusable bags, so these are more shaded for sunlight because you don't want to keep this in the sun. And if you do put it in, I put these in glass containers too. You put this in here only because it's going to keep it in the cupboards here, because you don't want to keep this outside in the light. It does lose its potency. And We love the greens, and look at the color of the spirulina. This is a beautiful bluish green. And just put in one. Just put the blue-green in. And remember, with any of the citruses, you can load the greens up, and the greens are really not flavorable. Let's see, what else are we missing? Instead of actually using blue-green as our additive, we're going to use red hibiscus flower water as, because we need a little more water. Didn't have enough grapefruit juice. And that was still about 5 grapefruits. There we go. It smells like a child's soda, and it doesn't have any sugar or anything in it, like strawberry. So I'm just going to put in enough to thin it out so I can make a good glass. And you can see how this drink that we're making is potent. So potent means that you don't drink it quick again. Remember, it's slow little sips and swish it around. Again, you can use the cayenne. I like to use the very powerful cayenne, and be careful because you don't want to take too much cayenne in the beginning until you can figure out how your parasites deal with this. You'll see with cayenne and or other spices, if you have stomach problems or anything, it's most likely because your parasites don't like to get burned. They don't like it. When I had really bad parasites and bad stomach problems, let me tell you that I have stomach problems. First started when I drank out of a pond up in Colorado, and I got toxicology in my stomach from beaver feces. So I got so many stomach problems since I think 17 years old on. All I can say is that all my liquidarian diet, because once you get these little critters in your stomach, they ain't leaving. They found a new house. So this stuff just sort of like pushes them out, and that's why I really like the chias. And instead of also using chia today, you can also, I like to switch around, but you can also use tahini. I like a raw, uncooked tahini. Really good. And last but not least, and we're done, we're going to put in a sea vegetable inside the drink. So we're going to put in a nori roll. You need your iodine, and sea vegetables, you can see these things up in the light, they're purple. They got like a purplish tinge to them. I don't know if you can see that, but I mean, I see like a purple from my side. This has a little different, but it's got like this purplish color. So all you do is just give this a break and make sure it's not turned on to high. Make sure down to low, and 30 seconds is all you need. Now, again, stay away from that blender because all the electronic devices, I don't care which ones they are, the light that's right here that's giving me light here so the camera work here, stay away from electromagnetics because they're not good for it. They're alternative to the correct first battery that you are. Woohoo! Okay. We didn't put any sugar in this. Now, you can, remember, if you're in transitional stage here, if you don't like it, add some sugar. You can use honey, raw honey. You can use palm sugar. You can use lucuma sweeteners, mesquite pod. You can use a variety. The real raw agave, and I would never use personally the brown agave. I just wouldn't. I've never seen a brown agave plant. Cut an arm off an agave plant. If you can show me it's brown, and they say it's raw and such, show it to me. And it's not even raw. It's just, to me, it's brown. It's not supposed to be that way. I've never seen the liquid inside of an agave plant that's brown. Okay, same thing. It doesn't separate. Look at all the bubbles in there. See them all? And this is the hydrogen. So you're trying, remember, to buzz this thing up, and you pour it out, and what you're really trying to drink is combined in the bubbles. So the bubbles are hydrogen. Now you can look inside here. Check out the bubbles. They don't go away too easy. They're not like bop, 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 bop as, you know, most bubbles do if they don't have some viscosity or some power. These are electronic. Now, let's give it a flavor. excellent. But if I was going to actually give this to my father, because he likes things that are sweeter, remember the grapefruit's bitter to start with, but it's really good. I put in a little bit of sugar, and the palm sugar or the real agave, and I put in a tiny bit of cayenne, because that with the sugar really makes it good. But this is, for me, just right. Once you get your body down to a more manageable level of creatures that live in your body, you find out that a lot of the feelings that you have are more true you than before, because a lot of times we don't realize that our bodies, remember, are galaxies, and whatever lives inside you lives with you and lives with me. So by slowly terrain modifying with these super high vibrational fuels and liquids, you push these creatures out slowly, energetically, and you're just raising up the bar, little tune by little tune. So you can see, health is a tune. It's very easy. Once you understand this, well, that's a big part of the connecting of the dots.